All right, welcome back, everybody. Episode 2 of Doom Scrolling. So, we'll just start off. Welcome to my Twitter feed. Like it, love it. Uh, so, Canada is holding a provincial election end of April, if you didn't know. And, vote Conservative if you want Canada to be strong, free, and independent and not be a communist shithole. So, there is that. Like this one says, I'd rather be a this is very true. I'd rather be a part of the United States, free and have less taxes, um, than sacrifice my children's future to a communist dictator. Just saying, and this whole okay, you haven't seen this press conference. This absolutely infuriates me. So Canada and the US have been allies and neighbors and trading partners for 160 years. Okay. This Neanderthal knuckle dragging caveman comes in and is like, oh yeah, the old relationship with the US is over. Are you kidding me? Really? So because the U.S. wants to be treated with equal footing and to not be taken advantage of, you're all of a sudden just going to sever ties? Like, come on, man. What have you ever heard of this little thing called diplomacy? What? Crazy. Oh, shock, I know, horror. Actually talking out your problems instead of knee-jerk reactions, which is exactly what this is. Give me a break. Uh, Dating. Oh man, I am so glad I'm not dating. Uh, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Said this in my last episode of Doom Scrolling that it's all about the family, but you got to have common values, right? And don't be these dinks, dual income, no kids. I mean, initially, before you have kids, sure, it's fine. My parents did it. I did it with my wife before we had kids, but kids came along, and was our focus? Our family, our kids. My wife stayed at home for 12, 13 years until we honestly just couldn't. I couldn't financially support I couldn't do it by myself, really. It just became too expensive to pay for everything, and so I didn't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. So, yeah, but find somebody with common values, raise a family, that's what it's all about in the end. Elon Musk. Yeah. Yeah. Elon Musk, good guy. What is he talking about here? My opinion on the subject. I would probably never have thought. Mm. Yeah, vaccines and the science behind that needs more exploration. Louis Pasteur and all that kind of stuff got the ball rolling, but there was a point, in my opinion, where we just kind of stopped, and I don't know why that was. They didn't, and I've always thought this is kind of a risk personally, is to lump various vaccines all together. So you have measles, mumps, rubella, polio, cancer, chicken pox, measles pox, whatever. Measles pox, what the hell's that? Anyway, but you know what I'm saying? You have these multi-shot, you've got everything shot, flu, common cold, just all rolled into one, and it's like no wonder anyway, I don't think that's personally, I think it's not good. I would rather get a dozen individual proven safe vaccines for it, like I want one shot for uh hepatitis, we'll say. Okay. I had hepatitis when I was a kid, so uh it's very something that I'm very adamant about getting but I don't want to have hepatitis and polio or whatever things. I don't want to take more than one, you know. Anyway, moving on. Tariffs. Oh, yes. Okay, so here's something for all you Americans out there. We have in Canada the absolute best province in the entire Canadian Federation, Alberta, led by the best premier in the entire Canadian Federation, Danielle Smith. This is absolutely facts. 35 meetings with American lawmakers, tons of interviews, diplomacy 101 right there. You want to look at for how diplomacy should happen on the other side of the fence, you look to Danielle Smith. Talks to people on the U.S. fighting against tariffs and all the things that that would hurt her province. Right? That's what Mark Carney should be doing instead of, oh yeah, let's just hike all these tariffs and no, right? You want to fight for Canadian jobs and whatnot. You lower your tariffs. It's reciprocal. Okay, you do this, I do that. It's an if-then scenario. If you're raising your tariffs, I'm raising my tariffs. If you're lowering your tariffs, I'm lowering my tariffs. It's simple, not hard. Anyway, people, left wings, like this guy's an absolute, to call him Pond Scum would be giving Pond Scum a bad name. He is a bootlicking Neanderthal. He, just so you all know, he used to be the mayor of a city here in Alberta called Calgary, number 2 city in the province. And yeah, he did some really, he was a bad mayor. I'll just put it that way. And so then he goes on to be this joke of moving on. Yes, Princeton's Church of Jesus Christ. Yep, that's true. So I will like that. Yes. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is one of the best has one of the best humanitarian organizations in the world, bar none. It's not even close. So, now, not to say that other church organizations don't have good ones. There's a few good ones out there. Samaritan's Purse is another really positive organization. The church works with that. There's about half a dozen, I think, maybe more, that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints works with in places like Georgia and the Deep South and or around the world. So, and I know Samaritan's Purse is one of them that they work with. So, yeah, absolutely. And okay, let's see what's right. Oh yeah, this is something I'm looking forward to. So, if you didn't know Danielle Smith, like I was saying earlier, she's fighting for Canadian interests, specifically her province of Alberta. And so she's going to sit down, or she has sat down with Ben Shapiro and talked with him about all things Canadian in her province and all that kind of stuff. So I am looking forward to listening to this interview. So anyway, that's all for Doom Scrolling episode 2. Like, share, subscribe, and that's it. That's all. There is no more.